This is Jon Daly from the EP Boulevard Pawn Shop in Memphis. We're on location outside of Atlanta with a wonderful Elvis fan, Myra. And Myra has a great story I wanted to share with everyone from Macon, Georgia, August 31st of 1976. So before we get to the story here, so you had a fan club, correct?
Yes, I did.
What was the name of your fan club?
It was TCB in West Georgia.
TCB in West Georgia. And so with you guys being Elvis fans, so Elvis rolls into Macon in 1976, and you get tickets where?
We would stand in line for days every time he was coming around, and we had front row seats, but of course we had to trade off a few and put some extra bucks with it to get the front row seats.
So front row, Macon, Georgia, 1976. That wasn't too shabby, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, and I know, a lot of people, when Elvis was, doing shows, it was like, how do we get his attention?
True.
So what did you guys do to get Elvis Presley's attention at this show in Macon?
Well, I said we had the fan club, and Laurie McCoy and I were the co-presidents. And we decided that since 1976, Elvis was into three-wheelers, riding all over the town and wearing a helmet. We would get him a three-wheeler and a helmet.
Yeah, because he was big into the supercycle.
Right.
Okay, so, and you guys probably had seen pictures of him riding around. So you took in a trike.
Yes, we bought him a little kid's trike, three-wheeler.
And you
like
took it in?
all colors, like white and blue and red. And then we bought a SWAT helmet. It was a blue helmet, and it had SWAT on it.
Okay, so
And we carried it in a garbage bag, I think, a big bag so nobody could see what it was, and waited for the proper time to take it up to the stage. And of course our hearts was beating out of our chest because it was kind of chaotic there, and people trying to get up there at the stage and give him different gifts. And this lady, when we got up to go, this lady stood right in front of us and gave him this huge picture of Graceland. But we were still standing there by the stage. We had the trike out of the bag, and it could be seen by the band. And they started laughing because they saw what we had and told Elvis to come over there and get it.
So this is a decent-sized trike.
Yeah, it was, like you
a little kid's trike.
3 or 4 year old kid.
But you guys take in a trike to an Elvis Presley concert. This is genius.
Yes.
So as Myra is telling me this story, I'm thinking, this is very interesting. And then we get to the photo album. So this is spectacular. So there's the photo, and we'll put it up here. So that is the back of your head in this photo, and so there's the trike. It's red. Elvis is standing there in a lei, and that's you with the back of your head with this trike, giving it to him at the Macon show.
Right. And there he is reaching down to get the helmet.
To get the helmet. And what did he say?
He said, SWAT, what is it?
Oh, that's good.
And he tried to put it on his head, and everybody started laughing. And of course it was a child's helmet. And he said Charlie could probably wear it. He turned around and give it to Charlie. And so then as he was talking to me, some great photographer got this picture. I don't know who is the person that got this, whether it's Keith Alverson or George Hill was one of the others.
Wow.
But that is a picture of him actually talking to me in Macon.
Wow. I don't know very many people, Elvis fans, that have pictures hanging on their walls of, oh, by the way, that's Elvis looking down and speaking to me.
We have lots of stories that people don't believe, they wouldn't believe.
Well, I love the trike story. And then when he pulled out the photo, I'm like, oh, this is just too good. I can't pass this up not to do a video on this.
We like to do things to get his attention. We did that most places we went.
How many shows did you see?
33.
Is that all?
33 concerts, but that didn't count the off-stage kind of times we saw him.
What was
going in and out of hotels, at airports, and different places. At Graceland.
Do you remember the first show? What was the first show? What city?
Tuscaloosa, Alabama, November '71.
Oh wow, that would have been a phenomenal show.
I was in the nosebleed section. I sat alone. I had a seat by myself, and I almost beat the man next to me to half to death. I don't know who he was.
Oh, okay. What was the last show that you saw him?
Montgomery, Alabama, February '77 was the last show I saw him.
Last show that you saw him.
Last time I saw him was June 15th at his house, coming out of the gate to go to the last concerts.
Okay. Yeah, because he
last tour.
Yeah, because the tours. He was Springfield was the 17th. Right. Yeah, Springfield was the 17th. Right. So I guess while we're at this, this is just also again too good not to cover. So you also went to the. You were in the chaos of all of the funeral.
Yes.
And I'll put this up too. So you parked over on Dolan, over there by his father's house.
Yes.
And then took pictures of the line and everything. And then tell everyone this fabulous story about how you guys got up to view the body.
You think that's believable?
Sure.
Well, we got there and got in line about, I suppose, about 3 o'clock. And it was to close at 5. And we started out on Dolan, so we were a long way back. And it got to be about 5 o'clock, I think, and we knew we weren't going to get in. And they extended another hour to 6. So while we were standing there, this little man came up to us. I say little because he was short. He had black hair, a little black mustache, and he had on a white shirt. He had on a lanyard that had his name on it, and he said it was Family Pass. But I didn't notice that at that time. I just was so shocked that somebody would say, "Get your party and come with me," that we just followed the little guy. And when we got up to the gate, all the people were really upset because we were getting in front of them going in.
Mm-hmm.
And the policeman said, "Who are these people?" And the other one said, "I don't know who they are, but he has a family pass, so let them in." So we got inside the gate, and there was 10 of us from all over the place.
Wow.
And we looked around, and the little man was nowhere to be seen. And I was with Carol Poole and her family from Graceland Fan Club. And
yeah.
I thought she knew the guy, and she thought I knew the guy, and nobody knew who he was.
Wow.
So we never knew.
Maybe you just look like a celebrity or something, and they just...
I don't know, but we were fortunate enough to get to see Elvis. We get to walk in the front door, around, and view the body, and back out.
Wow. So wow, that's pretty phenomenal. I mean, to see him as many times as you did, plus you were part of the funeral and everything. Yeah, I mean, I looked at the photos that you have in your book over here, and there's some really cool photos. You took some great pictures over the years. I was... very impressed with several of them, And then, I don't know, I'll put up the one too, if it's okay with you, of him, coming out, looking over the car,
yes.
over the back of the car. That one was really neat,
That was in Montgomery. That was the last show I saw.
Yeah, you were back there, and he just kind of comes out, and then, he just looks at you, and then you missed your photo op. Yeah.
Yes, I did.
She has a blurry...
But luckily, Keith Alverson was sitting in the truck behind me, and he was taking his professional picture. So.
Yeah, the picture's a little blurry. Maybe you were a little starstruck and shaken there, and then Elvis kind of comes by and smiles at you and everything.
When he kind of smiled at you, kind of forgot what you were doing.
Yeah, well, I really appreciate you sharing your memories with us Elvis fans. It's really cool to talk to the people who were there at the shows, who were there at the funeral, who were actually there with Elvis at that particular point in time. So many of us, were either born after he died or just didn't get a chance to see Elvis. So super fans like you that step up and knock out 33 concerts and take photos and take pictures at you literally were documenting history.
Yeah, we had lots of stories.
Well, I really appreciate you sharing. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. If you're in Memphis, stop by and see us. We're down here on Elvis Presley Boulevard. We got a place in Tupelo as well. And Myra, appreciate your time. Thank you so much today.
Thank you.